Hello everyone, welcome once again to another Power BI related tutorial by Team Slidescope. In this part, we are doing exploratory data analysis on fitness and health tracking data that we have, where you can see we have different type of variables. I will explain you the data set, its purpose, and what type of questions are we going to solve on this data, what type of KPIs you can create. Everything will be explained to you. So here you can see we have created this simple icon with the help of Canva, and we are showing these dynamic KPIs here. If you are selecting any particular value here, you can see these values will change on the basis of your selection. So here we are considering average daily steps, average calories burned, maximum workout duration by a person, average hours of sleep they are having, count of members that they have. Here we have created very simple KPIs, very simple measures that we are using in these charts and visuals. Then average calories burned is our target field, and average calories burned by age group, by diet preference, by activity type, and by activity type and gender both, or by gender as a single variable, or workout duration versus calories burned, then daily steps versus calories burned, and hours of sleep versus calories burned. So we are seeing if they are directly proportional or inversely proportional. Everything that you see here you will learn along with explanation, so that you can replicate something like this for your project as well. So let's get started with this project and start building this dashboard. So the data set that we have today is fitness and health tracking data set for data analysis and ML projects. So here you can see we have user ID, then we have daily steps, the total number of steps walked by a person in a day, and then we have calories burned, estimated calories burned through all activities including workouts and daily movements. They must have tracked it in some kind of app. Then we have workout duration in minutes. So this is given in minutes. Time is spent in structured physical exercise, and those physical exercise or activities are given here. It can be cycling, gymming, running, walking, or yoga. Hours of sleep, the amount of rest an individual gets, which is vital for recovery and overall wellness. So that is also we can see here. Then we have diet preference. What type of diet do they prefer or they are on, whether it's keto, non-vegetarian, vegan, or vegetarian. And then we have gender and age group. So here male, female, and other gender is given, and age group is given. So instead of giving it as a numerical value, we have taken it as a group. So it is now a categorical field. So now we will load this data set and start creating dashboards and doing exploratory data analysis. So we will open Power BI desktop. In Power BI desktop, we will click on get data. Because file is given as a CSV file, we will connect it and just locate wherever your file is and upload it. At this window, make sure your columns and your values are properly appearing. Sometimes the header names appear in first row and first row appears as column 1, column 2. So in that case, you can go to transform data and use first row as header. Now we will load this data, and you can see here is your data set now. So title of this dashboard will be fitness and health tracking exploratory data analysis. This will be part 1. Before building machine learning models, we try to analyze data. Considering calories burned is our target field, we will be able to analyze what is the effect of daily steps on this field, workout, hours, sleep, activity type, everything that is given here. So here I have given some KPIs and purpose. You can do it for health analysis, segmentation studies, predictive modeling, behavioral insights, or business applications. So if you are doing predictive modeling, build models to predict calorie burn based on steps, that is workout duration and demographics, like based on these things. So before that we have to do exploratory analysis and see what is effect of all these variables. So we will add a simple text box here. So you can add a text box here. In this text box you can write this, and then you can select and you can go for heading color, and then you can change its size like 28 pixels, and we can align it as per our requirement. Now we can click here, go to effects, and we can enable some shadow here. So this will be our heading. Then we can insert an image that represents fitness and tracking and all. So that this image is downloaded from Canva, so we can fit it here like in this area. As we have enabled shadow on our text, we can enable shadow here as well in effects. All this is optional, but you can do. So now we will use the same height, and with these shadows it gives a 3D kind of look. And in the footer I am just adding this text. If you want to learn data analytics, you can learn at slidescope.com. We provide live interactive classes. Now this is done. What I have done is, using Canva itself, I have created an image for KPIs. So you can see here I have created this image where I have used these icons, and these icons are basically these numbers that we have are on the basis of these numbers, like daily steps, calories burned, and so on. So, and these are watches, so I have put 5 watches and then added these numbers, and here in this area I am going to actually show those numbers, like what is average daily steps, what is so this will be our first dashboard. I am going to call it EDA dashboard. After this we will focus on more advanced questions which I have actually created here. So you can see and you can solve them as well. Like these will be some other kind of KPIs. Calories burned per workout minute. What is sleep quality index? That is percentage of users sleeping more than 7 hours daily. These kind of questions can be solved. Which age groups walks the most average daily step? Some of these questions will be important for us for exploratory analysis, and we will solve them in this part as well. Now the image that I created, I will insert it. So I downloaded it as a transparent image from Canva, and I am going to insert it, and these will be used to create our KPIs. So here we will place it. So obviously I am going to use this much space. Now you can arrange it properly. Whenever you are uploading an image, you can always go to effects and enable shadow. Although this is not necessary, but it gives some different kind of effect. But for these images I am not going to do that. So, and here in style you can always select fit or fill. So I'm going to select fill here because I want to use the full width of our canvas. First is daily steps. How to count daily steps? Obviously we are not doing member wise count of daily steps. So obviously member wise count of daily steps is given. If we are doing gender wise count of daily steps, then we can select either sum of steps, average steps. So here we are going to create a new table actually in modeling tab. What I do is I create a new table which I call as measures table, where we are going to put all our measures, and here I will create our first measure, that is average daily steps. So average daily steps can be calculated with the help of average, and you can see the table name which I have selected here, I have renamed it as fitness. So this is fitness age group. So here you have to find daily steps. So we will select that. This is daily steps. What is average daily steps? And now this is created. Now how to put it here? So you can see we have a card visual here. This card visual is mainly used for KPIs. So in this card visual, I will add this average daily steps. So you can see on an average, these people are walking 10,000 plus steps. In most of the cases, it is considered if you are walking 10,000 steps, you are completing 10,000 steps daily, then that is what people do for reducing or burning calories. So here we will take this, but you can see if I am going to put it over my KPI card, it will not show properly, because first of all this number is very big. So first we can go to call out value and reduce its size. So let's keep 30 pixel as font size. We already have the heading that I have already created using Canva. So I spent 5 minutes and created this simple KPI row. So we can get rid of this as well. And now we can reduce its width and height so that we can fit it. I will reduce it further, but before that I will go to effects and disable its background. And this is call out value, so we can select its color. So color, I am going to select this color, and here now we can see the number. Now let's reduce it further so that we can fit. So this is showing daily steps is 10.94k. This is the average daily steps. So if you want to add some additional information, so then we can definitely use category label, and we can say, we can rename for this visual as average. So, and here we can select category label and select its color as well. So now it is showing daily steps is 10.94k average. So we are going to use obviously these average KPIs. Next average KPI will be, we'll create another measure, and this will be average calories burned. So on an average, if they are walking 10.94k, 11,000 steps per day, what is average calories burned? And for that we are going to use the average function once again, and we will select average calories burned. So we will just use this, and now we have to replace this with this. So this will be average calories burned, which is 958.09. So on an average they are burning 958 calories. Similarly, let's create another measure, and let's say what is the, I'm just putting it here, so what is the maximum workout duration. I'm just letting you know that only average and sum are not there. You can also write a function like max, and in max you can select a column. So that column will be on the basis of fitness table and workout duration. So here if you are using it as your KPI, like what is the maximum value, so we can just copy. By the way, I am using copy and paste here, or control C and control V, and here we are going to put that. So here we will select maximum workout duration. So you can see 120 is the maximum workout duration, and it is in minutes. So maximum workout someone has done is close to 2 hours, and here we can rename for this visual as maximum. Okay, so you can mention whether it's average or maximum, whatever is this KPI. One more thing I want to show, if you don't want to show category label, you can enable title, and then you can show it here. For example, we are showing average. We can align this title to center, reduce its font size to 13, and then we can select some other color, for example let's say this, or even this color. So for this color you can see this is the color code. So if you want you can use your custom color codes here as well. So I'm using average here. So here you can see, similarly here also I will disable it, and here also I will use average, and now I will copy formatting and apply here. So it will automatically copy that. Here I will disable, and I will just enable title, and here I will write maximum or max, and then copy formatting and apply here. So this way you can do that. Obviously you can adjust these width and height. We will try that later. Here you can see we have, when we are showing title, so we are showing text tab options, and spacing is also there, vertical label, so you can reduce this spacing between them as well if this spacing is too much. Now we can format painter and apply here, format painter and apply here. After finding out what is maximum workout duration by a person, we can go back to average hours of sleep that they are having. This is also very important. So the amount of rest an individual gets, which is vital for recovery and overall wellness. This is very important. So we have to check what is the average sleep hours for our sample size. So average sleep hours, and it is said that if you are sleeping 8 hours daily, then it is good for your health. So with average sleep, and here let's find out that number as well. I will copy it, put it here, and here we will just go with average sleep hours, which is 6.58, which is decent. And here again we will go back to average, so we will select average. Here it is showing average calories burned. In call out value I will say I just want 0 decimal places so that I can align them properly. You can see now these red lines are showing us that these numbers are aligned. So we have to align them with each other, like they should be in the same row. And finally we have to find out how many members are there. So to find out how many members are there, we will create a new measure, and this will be members count. Obviously in our sample we have selected finite number, but suppose this data is coming from your ERP or CRM or some other app, then in that case this member count will be dynamic. So here we will use count rows function, because in this table every row represents one member data, single member data. So here we will use the fitness table, and we will just count rows. This will be members count. Let's copy paste, and here we will go with members count, which is 350, which I know. But as I said, when we will connect it with, let's say this data is coming from SQL or your mobile app, JSON, anything can be there, API can be there, so it will be dynamic. Here we will mention count. It is neither maximum, minimum or average, it is count. So now we have this with us, our simple KPI row. After KPI row, we will try to solve some other questions, which is which age groups walks the most average daily step. This is question number 1, which will be important for exploratory analysis. If you are considering calories burned as your target field, you can select this as well. Which age group burns more calories on an average? these kind of questions can be done. So let's try solve that question. So we will select age group and average calories burn, and this will give us a simple table showing age group 18 to 25 burns 924 calories on an average, and age group 36 to 50 actually burns mostly, it is more than 1000 calories a day, a day. This is daily data. Now we can simply convert it to a clustered bar chart or a stack column chart, whatever is your favorite way of doing. And here we are going to create title. So this is average calories burned by age group. So let's increase its width. Let's decorate it, do some cosmetic changes here. So we will go to style tab, obviously format your visual. Here first thing, in general effects, let's enable shadow. We can enable visual border and select white color and give 14 pixel rounded corner. So this will be like this. Then we have age groups written here. So if you want on x axis, we can select another color. So let's say we want to select a dark color, so we can select this dark color. I will select this color. Next is for our title, we can select some heading color. So let's go with some heading color like this. You can make it bold as well. And for our columns, these are the columns, we can select a bar color as well. Something of this theme, we can select some color like this. So this will be the color that I'll use for bars. Here, because we are already showing age group and these are the axis labels, if you want you can disable them, like these titles and values can be disabled. I am disabling y-axis value because I will show this value as data label. So now you can see the number. In data label you are showing that value. In value setting you can see display units etc. is given. If I say none, then you can see it will start showing. I will say decimal place as 0. So now it is showing more properly. In data labels, again I will go to value settings, where I will select some other color, something like this, where actually these numbers are properly visible. This will be your choice how you want to represent it, but this is how you can show the data. And we can say from this data that age group 36 to 50 is burning more calories on an average per day from our gym members. So this is something you can do. Next, we will create another copy of this graph to show some other data. Now, important thing is when you are creating predictive models. So build model to predict calorie burn based on steps, workout duration and demographics. So ask a question, do you think different age groups have different average calorie burn data, like calorie burn pattern? So yes, this particular variable has effect on average calories burn, like it will be important for building the predictive model. So that's what we are doing here. Next, when we are creating another copy, so let's go with another question that we have here. How do diet preferences impact average calorie burn? So here diet preferences are given for these individuals, whether they are vegetarian, keto, non-vegetarian. So what we can do now, it will be very easy. Just remove age group and replace it with diet. So now you can see vegetarians are actually burning more on an average as compared to keto diet or members who are on keto diet. So this is same graph, but we just want to add variety, then we can add something like a donut chart here. Average calories burned by diet preference. Now, what if I want to use the same kind of theme that I have here? So, in that case, you can go to slices. Either you can manually select this, like we can select these. This is for non-vegetarian. Let's say if this color is there for non-vegetarian, I want to select lighter color, and for keto I want to select the lightest color. So this way you can use the same theme color and do that. I will show you how you can do it automatically also in another example. Obviously here we just want to show these numbers. So in data labels, in a donut chart, we will only show data value. So that is there. If you want to show percentage, so this is how you can show percentage as well. Let's create another copy of it, and this time let's try to answer another question. What is the gender distribution across activity types, it is asking. So here you have seen that we have taken one categorical field and one value. So obviously we are analyzing average calories burned, but let's try to answer this question. Let's see how we can answer that. Now it is asking what is average, or what is the gender distribution for different activity types. So first let's find out what is the average calorie burned by activity type. So that we can understand what activity types are there. So here you can see gym, yoga, cycling, walking, running. These are the activity types that we have. So I will simply use a tree map. In a tree map also you can show the same kind of graph, but we are keeping this color, right? So the color that I have already copied that color. So I will simply copy it somewhere so that I will use it again and again. So I'm going to slices. So this is hexadecimal color code. Now if I want to use same color gradient here, so in colors we can always go with FX also, which is conditional formatting. Here I can select a gradient. Here you can see gym has the highest value and running has the lowest value. If I say I want to start with lowest value, so I will say lowest value will be this color and highest value will be a dark of this theme color that we are going with. So this is the color, and now you can see it automatically gives these colors. So this is how you can create it. The average calories burned by activity type. So I have made some space and created 4 graphs in our first row. Here we will answer this question. Let's see. Gender distribution across activity types. So I think of ribbon chart. In ribbon chart we have x-axis where we can bring activity type. So gym, yoga, cycling, walking, etc. And on legend I can bring gender. So now what is this showing? This is showing that what is the average of activity, or what is the average calories burned if activity type is gym and gender is male. So it is higher. Then if gym female, it is 1013 and gym other is this. So you can see on the basis of gender how much calorie are they burning on an average. So this is what it does. But in case of gym, males are burning more, but for yoga, rank of females are more. Remember the number that we have selected, the numerical column that we have selected is average calories burned. For distribution, we mostly select count. So we have, so I'm not going to do that, but if let's say we have to answer that question, so here I am just showing you we also did member count. So now you can see, so activity type walking, people who do walking activity for burning calories, there are 33, but they are from other gender. Then yoga also other gender. This is showing count of members, which is distribution. So because we are answering average calories burned, so obviously in our case we are considering this, but you can consider other values as well. So let me just rename it so that we can use heading in one line: calories burned by activity and gender. So I am just going to type activity. Here also we have options like we have columns, and for columns we have color. So you can see if we select female, color is given, so we can select this color. For male we can select this color, and for other we can select something similar, or let's select the blue color which is already in heading. So now this way we can show calories burned by activity and gender, where you can see gym, yoga, cycle, etc. Here also we have x-axis. So for x-axis we can select this color so that it is same as theme. Here also in data labels, like white color is shown. I am just trying whether it will look good or not. So if I select this color, I think it is properly viewable. So this is how you can create your first row with different type of, where we can answer different questions. And main question is, if we are selecting activity type, so we can see that obviously average calories burned is different, but if we combine both activity and gender, then we get to know that yes, gender wise and activity wise also calorie burn differs. So this is why or how you can use ribbon chart. Now if question was asked what is average calorie burn uh, value for each gender that we have, then in that case we can answer it with a donut chart or a pie chart or even a funnel chart easily. So I will copy this because here we have actually given the conditional formatting. So on the basis of average count, so here I will just use this. So now I will just replace activity type with gender here. So actually we can use a simple bar chart to answer all these questions, or even tree map, because in tree map, on the basis of area of this rectangle, you will be able to see which category has higher value. But let's try, and you can also show it with the help of a funnel chart. So you can see actually in female gender the average calorie burn is higher. Average calorie burn by gender, if you will see. So this is what funnel chart does. It gives us order also. Like if females have higher average calorie burn, then they will be higher, like they will be on top, then second, then third. So this is how it shows data. So, and actually here when I was selecting gradient, I may have made a mistake. Here we actually have to select average calories burn, because I can see that obviously this number is 970. This should be darker. So this should be on the basis of lowest to highest value of average calories burned. Please make that change. Now it is good. That's why here also I am not getting the correct answer. So here you actually have to select that number also, average calories burned, because I was showing count. So Now it is good. So, and here we have manually selected, so here it doesn't matter. Now it is good. Female, dark color, male, lighter, other, lightest. This is how you can select the data. So when we get a data set like this, we have numerical continuous values, but we also have categorical values. So we have seen effect of activity type, diet preference, gender and age group on our target field, that is calories burned. But daily steps will also have effect on calories burned. Workout duration will also have that effect. And these are actually numbers. So when you have to see number wise, so I'm copying this. So how can we relate to numbers? Because when we are actually comparing one categorical, one numerical, so we have these graphs, like we can select cluster bar, horizontal bar, or even line chart, or even funnel chart, what that you have already seen. But for two numbers we use or prefer a scatter chart. In a scatter chart you will put your target field on y axis, because we consider that this is something which is independent, like it is getting affected by something, and we say don't summarize. Okay, so here in a scatter field on y axis we will select average calories burned, so we will select calories burned directly here, and we will say don't summarize. This is actually a measure, we will select the direct value, and on x axis we will select workout duration. So now if you see sum of workout duration wise calories burned, you can see a line chart. Here also you actually have to do don't summarize, so it will not create too much effect. So, and we will write workout duration. It is given workout duration and calories burned. Now I'm just trying workout duration versus calories burned, or VS, whatever you want to write, because I just want these headings in one line. Now what is this showing is that you can actually see when workout duration is increasing, that is when people are spending more than 100 minutes, then average calorie burn, or actually here calorie burn is increasing. You can see calorie burn when workout duration was 104 was 1685.82. So this is how you can show that data. Obviously because I use that gradient thing, that's why this color is from light to dark. You can remove that. So but let's keep it. But this is legend showing which is the minimum value and which is the maximum value. I will just remove that legend from here. And here you also have add further analysis thing. You can add a trend line also, which shows obviously this trend line is in positive direction. So you can select this color, or actually some color that is properly visible. So this trend line shows a positive slope, that they are directly proportional somewhat. So that means if you will have more workout time, workout duration, then you will be burning more calories. And in the similar way, we can also use hours of sleep or daily steps also. So on the basis of daily steps also, we can see here obviously it is not that the slope. You can see the samples are more scattered. Here samples are more concentrated towards this line, but this is also showing you a same kind of slope, and this is on the basis of daily steps. So because we renamed the title, so we have to use it here, daily steps. So obviously we can say daily steps also have effect on calories burned, but not as effective as workout. and that too can be decided on the basis of what doctor is suggesting. I just have changed the heading color because somehow we are going with this green and white kind of theme. So this is daily step versus calories burn, and now let's say see the same effect of hours of sleep. So we can add this, and here you can see actually somewhat it is going in the negative direction, that is it is indirectly proportional, and that means that obviously if calories burn is representing health, so if you are having less hours of sleep, then obviously you can say that sum of hours of sleep, if it is less, then calories burn is little bit higher. On the basis of that, you can check out this data that these two have positive correlation, this is negative, but this is how it is as per the data. So we can select on the basis of hours sleep. Obviously we have many more questions to solve here. This is not the these are not the only questions, but we can say that these fields that we have here, they have effect on calories burned, and that's why if we are building a model for predictive analysis or predict, we are building a model where which can be used to predict how much calories will be burned if if we are walking these many steps per day, or if we are sleeping these many hours, or if we are having this kind of diet, if our gender is this. So you can predict by providing all these values, you can predict these numbers. That is something that we are going to do in our second part. So please subscribe to our channel. So that you can receive more and more video tutorials like this, and it will help you in getting started with data analysis task and understanding how data analysis works, how machine learning works. So I hope you like this tutorial. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the comment section. We'll be happy to help. Thanks once again. Have a nice day.